Hello and welcome to the vlog. Today is gonna be a little bit different. So last week I mentioned how I went to the high school, helped them with interviews, things like that. Today they're bringing their class down here and they're gonna check out Kravings, kind of see the behind the scenes view, and then hopefully I'm gonna be able to answer a bunch of questions. So I'm gonna get what footage I can and kind of show you how that all goes. We'll start with getting you guys some ice cream so we make sure we don't miss out on that part. And then any questions you guys have, I can show you around and all that fun stuff. You guys can walk back here wherever you want. It's not a huge space, as you can see. Kind of took a small building and kind of compacted it all in there. When we were going through the process of building this all out, for me it was a whole new experience. I've never worked in the restaurant industry at all, so I had no idea really what I was getting into. Leaned on my architect to kind of design the layout of everything and realized that that was actually a mistake. Ended up seeing a movie about, show about McDonald's, how they did everything, how they built their process. They actually laid out one of their original concepts on a tennis court and ran through and kind of choreographed the entire thing through the process. Once I saw that, that made me realize that my architect's 100% wrong with how we're doing things, and scrapped everything he did and then kind of redesigned it with trying to think of flow in mind, because we didn't have a lot of space, but in order to be efficient, you had to kind of work through the flow. So like back there we have all of our like baking stuff, and then everything we need to store in there with refrigerator, freezer, cleaning stuff is all back there, and then up here is our primary stuff with the shakes, kind of how we flow through there, and then the coffee stuff is all in one corner together.
How many employees do you have right now?
Between all of our stores?
Just in this one in particular.
This one's not that many. This one I want to say is around 10 right now.
Gotcha.
So between the three stores, at peak in the summer we were up to about 50 employees. Right now we're somewhere between 35 and 40 employees.
Gotcha.
Any questions of anything back here at all? What you guys are talks back there?
Which one makes the most?
Mount Pleasant. Yeah, Mount Pleasant does. That one, you're looking at essentially a population in a small area of close to like 100,000 people. So you don't have to do a lot to get people to come in.
So you mentioned that you've never really been in the restaurant industry before. What made you want to get started with this in the first place, and especially ice cream?
Yeah, so for me, it was actually watching YouTube. I saw a Casey Neistat video of him out in New York, and he went to this place called Black Tap out there, and they did these crazy over-the-top shakes. And so I saw that, I was like, that's really cool. I wanted to go to a place like that. At the time, Chicago was like the closest I could find, and so I was doing personal branding videos at the time, making YouTube videos also, and so I wanted to go through the concept of like starting a fictitious business, and that's really what Kravings started as. It wasn't supposed to actually happen, and so I went through that process of creating a business and showing what that's like, coming up with the name, and actually put it out on Facebook to help me come up with the name, and had like over 100 people give ideas and all of that stuff. And so yeah, that's kind of what led into it. And then when I stopped talking about it, people are like, well, when is it going to open? I'm like, all right, I guess we're going to have to do it then. Yeah.
Gotcha.
I think I've heard you. Have you guys done seasonal by chance?
So this store, we consider it to be kind of seasonal with this one. This one is the slowest store out of the three. So this one, for the remainder of winter, will be open Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And then once spring comes and weather gets nicer, we're going to open it back up to 7 days a week. It was just hard to justify staying open all the time. So we wanted to try to take the customers that were coming during the week and shift them towards the weekend, so we can get more customers coming in a smaller time period, because then that's a way to lower your labor rate while, you know, still maintaining or keeping your sales up. And so far what we found with the last couple of weeks, or really last weekend that we were open, maybe 2 of them so far, is that our sales have been up on the weekends by shifting this way. And so we're seeing even though we have less time open, our overall sales for the week are up.
Whenever we talk about like starting your own business, a lot of people are hesitant. I don't have enough money,
Yeah.
or whatever the case may be. What's your top advice to anybody who's interested in that, but a little nervous about doing it?
I would say start doing it on the side, depending on what you do if you're able to. Start out smaller. So I think an example that I've given in the past is like lawn care. You know, instead of going out and buying that $20,000 lawnmower, get a hand pushing mower or whatever, one of those, and start with that. If you want to get in, say, the ice cream business, so for me the first year, just because this building wasn't done, I did a ton of pop-ups everywhere. So we did, you may have seen, like, we did pop-ups for ice cream sandwiches, and the nice thing about that is there was like scarcity in it. So people had a sense of urgency to come where we were, and we would sell out of ice cream sandwiches every single time. So it's just finding a way to start smaller if you don't have the capital to start, and just grow it that way.
You advertise?
Do we? Oh yeah, yeah. For us, we probably spend between, depending on the time of the year, between $3,000 to $7,000 a month on advertising.
Gotcha. How about online? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I was just saying online.
Yeah, so the majority of that is online. We do like a lot of ads on Facebook. We're starting to do more ads on TikTok, and then it's also just content creation. We've done billboards. I'm going to look at doing more billboards this summer, and just trying to find different ways to reach people.
Cool. Go ahead, Slow.
I was going to say, how do you reach people for the smaller stores? How do you market or try and improve?
That's the hard one. So that one, what I'm trying to do is a combination of online with like the Facebook social media marketing, but then also diving into the community and doing things like this, kind of getting involved in schools as much as we can, or with the chamber and other community events. And anytime somebody reaches out to us for like a donation for gift cards or a basket, almost always we'll say yes to them, just because it's brand exposure for us.
My first time I was here, my friend won a gift card, so that was what brought us here.
Exactly, yeah.
Great, I got a question.
Yeah.
You said you use social media to advertise?
Yeah.
Is that what that camera's for?
Yep, exactly. So for me, I do personal branding videos. So I own another business called Everybite. That one is basically, I don't know if you've ever heard of like Taylor Chip or Crumble or anything like that. It's kind of like a higher end cookie and brownie company. And so for me, I'm using my personal branding as a way to get out other products that you can buy online. So most of what I've sold so far from that business is directly from the videos I've done. The other reason that I do that is because I really enjoy helping people who are like aspiring entrepreneurs jump in and start a business. And so I've had numerous people like on Facebook and stuff reach out to me, like, you know, almost like thanking me for giving them the courage to jump in and do it, but then also being able to give them advice and knowing that they can ask questions, and also just really showing what entrepreneurship is, because it's, everyone has like an idea of what it is, but kind of just showing like it's different every day. Like,
You're going to open up one location very soon?
Yep, so right now we're working on building out a store in Caledonia. That one should be opening in like March or April, I believe. And then we're looking for a spot out in Kenosha, and then after that we'll be looking in Northern Illinois. Right now it's just this and then my other company, Everybite. Before that I had a insurance agency. I sold that one a year and a half ago or so, and then I had some other businesses before that.
Made you want to get into businesses like running your own business instead of working, say, for another company?
Yeah, I knew that since I was pretty much a little kid that I always wanted to start a business. So I can remember a time when I was, I don't know, really young, when I was playing with Legos and stuff, and I remember talking to one of my friends about how someday we're going to own a Lego business or whatever, you know, something stupid like that. And for me, I'm not a person that's very good at like being told what to do, taking instruction and all that stuff. I'm more the type of person that needs to just go out there and do it and fall on my face and figure it out. So even in high school, I remember being in one of the classes that got us out of school early to go to work and all that stuff, and in there talking about wanting to own my own business and everything. So it's something I've known that I've always wanted to do.
What if you think of like someone their age right now who's like, I'm not sure what to do, but I want to do something like start my own business.
Yeah.
What would you encourage them to do as far as finding that passion or finding what you're interested in?
Definitely don't go to college. Because if you don't know what you're going to do, you're just going to waste your time and your money. I would try to find things that you're interested in, and talk to other business owners, find ways to kind of get embedded that way. Like if you have an interest in, let's just say, real estate, that's like a really good, you know, profession to get into, for example. You know, go talk to mortgage brokers or real estate agents and try to shadow them for a little while, see what they do, see what's the good and what's the bad. If you want to get into, I don't know, lawn care again, you know, talk to some of the business owners that do that stuff. Try to find what your passion is and try to go through there, and then just kind of start doing something. I mean, get involved by working for somebody first, and then make sure you like it, and if you do, figure out how to get that path to starting your business.
Well, everybody, let's give Mr. Karweik a nice round of applause. Thank you for having us again.
Yeah, definitely.
I appreciate it. Thank you for your time.
Oh, definitely. Thank you guys. I think it went well, hopefully. I think so. Hopefully I learned something from it, but that was awesome. I definitely would love to do more things like that. So any other schools see this kind of stuff, like some of the information I give, definitely want to help young aspiring entrepreneurs, so reach out. Well, anyways, that is all I have for today. So I'm blurry for some reason, and I will see you next time. Thank you guys.